How you doing, everyone? Welcome back. We're gonna have a really quick look at GALA, who's had quite a significant move. And before I touch in on GALA, I just want to explain where this kind of price action has come from. So we're sitting on the daily with GALA, and as you can see, that for just over a week, GALA has been struggling to break above the 786. Really struggling. Just been sitting there consolidating. Hasn't wanted to wick lower than 15 cents, has been pretty much sitting around the 17-18 mark, and just basically was being held ready to blow. And what did it take to get it over that 786 zone and actually stop it from tailing off any lower, which was a possibility? Well, GALA is one of those tokens that performs really well when Bitcoin performs well. So as we saw, we're just into our third day now, where Bitcoin has had about a 15% move from the low to the high, which is really good to see, and it is really good to see. And as such, some of these altcoins, GALA being one of them, has kind of taken off with it. So GALA had a 44% move, and we've seen a little bit of tail off, but it has been, yeah, essentially it's going for the moon. But where are we now? Is we seem to have topped out. I'm just going to put that in where we had a little bit of strong resistance, and let's take it to the 4-hourly. And as you can see, that would have been a really good target to aim for the moment that we saw this one start to launch, because we could see that we previously had this as a support zone, and now it's working as resistance. So what to look for in the short term for GALA is going to be, if it tails back, we should look to have a tail back to circa 21.9. And if it continues, we should essentially look for continuation up to 27.8, possibly up to 29.2. So I'm not going to say to you whether this thing's going to keep going or not. Personally, I think it's run out of steam. I think that's been a really quite significant move when you consider that's taken 2 to 3 days, and we're clearly overextended. So I'm just going to take it back to the hourly, and I want to see where we are in terms of the Ishimoku. And I would think that because we'd had the best part of a week, the same price action, as you can see, as we've spent a week sitting around this zone, the Ishimoku cloud in itself is quite flat. So when we have gone, and we do tend to always go quite sharply from under, but here was quite nice to see that we've gone into it, back out, shot above, back tested on some support, and we've gone. So I'd like to say we're not going to come back to 19.7. I'd like to say that's away and gone, unless Bitcoin has a huge correction. But I would like to think if this is going to tail off, it's going to tail off slowly back to the cloud, possibly as far back as 22, maybe even as far as 21, before we see some sideways action and go again. Now I'm going to mark that blue because it's a possibility, but I don't think it's the most likely event right now. What do I see as the most likely event right now? I see us breaking above this resistance that we're at, and then staircasing up to 27.28 cents. Can we move higher from there? Yes, we could, but realistically, that's coming away. I think what will happen now is that we will go slightly higher, maybe a strong wick, and then we're gonna tail off. And I would like to think that we're not going to tail off further than 25 or yeah, I'm holding that there. We do need to reconnect with the Ishimoku, but I think that this has been consolidating for so long that the support is there to hold it from retracing from where it is. So yeah, do watch out if this thing breaks the resistance that it's at 24.95 and has a yeah, if it looks like it wants to go, you're more than likely going to go from 24 to 27. Now, I don't know if that's something that you're going to want to take an interest in and open a position on. However, if you're in currently, it doesn't look like we're dropping off the table. If that makes sense. The rug's not being pulled just yet. So I'd like to think if we can hold 24.6, we should continue higher. If we fall below 24.1, then we're going to tail back to 21. Alright, best of luck, not financial advice. Onwards and upwards, what have we got as resistance before we get to the 618? Well, we've got 27.8, 29.2, and then 34. So there's still a lot of space for this to grow before we get to a genuine, true, significant area of resistance on the Fibonacci. But as I say, on the way down, we did have some stopping points, and those stopping points now are acting as resistance on the way back up. So we might fly straight through them, we might not. I can see 29.4 around that area being quite a significant, troublesome point to break through. But after that, we should be able to get up to 33, 34 cents with ease. Alright, best of luck. See you on the next one.